Moving on to the U.S. now, where President Donald Trump has traveled to California to tour fire-ravaged areas in and around Los Angeles. After viewing the devastation, Trump declared that the national government was 100% behind those affected. He had earlier threatened to withhold assistance if the state failed to make policy changes. He also lambasted the U.S. Disaster Response Agency, which he's threatening to shut down.
The U.S. President and First Lady touched down in L.A. and are greeted by California's governor. Donald Trump and Gavin Newsom have a fraught relationship, but agreed to work together to rebuild areas devastated by the wildfires.
We're going to need your support. Yeah. We're going to need your help. You were there for us during COVID. I don't forget that. And I have all the expectations that we'll be able to work together to get this speedy recovery. And we're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed, so it can't happen again. But that, again, we'll be talking a little bit later, and we'll get it worked out, okay? I appreciate it, Mr. President. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Touring Pacific Palisades, Trump likened the fires to the devastation of the Second World War. He blames the state for the scale of the disaster, accusing officials of gross negligence. Trump is threatening to withhold federal aid unless California changes its water policies and voter identification laws. California is a stronghold of the Democratic Party. At a town hall meeting, Trump doubled down on his criticism of FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
The FEMA is a very expensive, in my opinion, mostly failed situation. We had great people, we did some great jobs, but each state should take care of their problem and get money from the federal government. It would be so much better, so much more efficient. So we're looking at that.
And Trump had tense exchanges with the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, whom he has called incompetent.
Yes, and we will clear the lots. You have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked, I mean, you have a very powerful emergency power, and
yes,
you can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes.
Wildfires in Southern California have killed at least 28 people and destroyed more than 10,000 homes and other buildings. Blazes are still threatening the region. Rain is forecast. Fire crews hope that will help them extinguish the flames.
For more on Trump's visit to California, we're joined now by journalist Jason Campidonia in Los Angeles. Jason, Trump has sharply criticized California's wildfire response and even threatened, as we just told you, to withhold federal aid. What's going on here? How does the president benefit from criticizing state officials?
Well, what he's doing is he's playing to his base, right? So he campaigned on, part of his platform was, I'm going to fight the Democrats every chance I get. And a lot of people feel that Governor Newsom has mismanaged a lot of funds, especially when it comes to the wildfire response and homelessness in the state. There's 20 some odd billion dollars that are unaccounted for in the homeless project that he has championed. And the number of homeless in the state of California continues to go up. So if I'm in a different state other than California, why do I want my federal tax dollars to go towards a state that is mismanaging the funds and it's wasting it? And so that's what Donald Trump was saying on the campaign trail. And now that he is the president, he's trying to make good on that campaign promise and say, I'm not going to waste your federal tax dollars anymore. And this is the reason why he's bringing in Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. It's to look at different ways where they can cut some of the bureaucracy and cut some of the red tape and shave a few dollars on the federal budget as well.
And Trump's also been critical of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, and suggested doing away with it, more specifically, as we heard earlier, having each state deal with their own crises. How are people reacting to that in California?
Well, immediately people are saying, hey, wait a second, I need a place to sleep tonight, especially if they've been impacted by these recent wildfires. I need food. I need a voucher to get clothes. I need a voucher to get toys for my kids, whatever it may be. They need money. And FEMA is the one that doles that kind of money out. So right now, in the immediate, people are starting to freak out a little bit. People raise an eyebrow to something like that. But having the states collect all the data and just shell out the money for whatever people need, for whatever disaster, whether it be an earthquake or a wildfire, a flood, hurricanes, whatever, having the state shell out the money and then billing the federal government gives the federal government a chance to look at things and say, wait a second, we're not going to pay for this, we're not going to pay for that. So the federal government wins out on that one in the long run. But again, this is speculatory. But having the states assess the damage, clean up the damage, get people what they need is a much quicker and faster way, and rather than applying for federal grant money and then having that money be approved and voted on and all these other things. That just takes too much time.
Right. Before you go, Jason, what's the latest regarding the wildfires there and, of course, the cleanup effort?
Well, the cleanup effort is underway in some of the neighborhoods that were wiped out by the recent fires in the Pacific Palisades and the Pasadena area and the Lake Castaic area. This is all northern Los Angeles County. So cleanup effort is underway. The winds have died down. The red flag warnings have expired, which is a good thing. Mother Nature is now starting to help the firefighters, but we've got a double-edged sword now because it's going to rain this weekend in a lot of the burn areas. So now we're preparing for mudslides at the same time as we're fighting some of the flames that are still going. So fire crews have their work cut out for them this weekend, but luckily some containment lines are being drawn. Most of the fires are being surrounded, and the forward progress has stopped. So at least we're in a good spot there. We just hope for light rain just to help douse the flames, not cause mountain slides to slide down.
A good spot, but not out of the woods quite yet. Journalist Jason Campidonia in Los Angeles. Many thanks, Jason.
Thank you.